We prepare to go with the finale. Steve Schnitauer from Wilson High School, 31-1-1. John Flannery, Pottsville, senior, 29-2. Both seniors.
Can you remember another wrestler that went to Wilson High School?
Drew Kaiser.
You've got it.
Also ended up at Lehigh University. I believe Drew was either third or second in the year we did the PIAAs here.
From Pottsville, John Flannery.
John Flannery, on the day before St. Patrick's Day, is out on the mat.
Good luck. Time.
Against Steve Schnitauer, out of Wilson. Back to the screen right now is Pottsville wrestler John Flannery, District 11, Northeast Regional Champion.
Schnitauer of Wilson is the scarlet uniform. They're both
the knee pads,
in the
I
red
guess,
family.
is a significant difference.
Flannery wearing the knee pads.
Probably about the same weight, but I would say the height goes to Flannery of Pottsville. Schnitauer had a tough time in the first bout. He had a 1-minute pin and 11-0 and 14-7, so he's doing okay. On the other hand, Flannery has got 3 straight pins.
And there's takedown by
Schnitauer, but they say no takedown.
Very close to the edge of the mat. Official rules, no points.
That's Pete Smith, Tom Corey, Bob Watson out there working as crew 3.
Trying to move in on the leg, trying to get a pick there. John Flannery has to give it up.
So the crew chiefs work twice. The rest of the referees just work once. Trying to bring him back. Supporting point, the left foot, out of bounds, you're out of bounds.
Here's the takedown, Larry. We'll see where it is.
What? They didn't award it, but
they
it's
didn't
close.
award it.
Well, they see, there's why.
Yeah.
His left foot stepped on the line. That's his supporting point. He's out of bounds. I don't care if the guy fell in bounds or not. The rules say either of your supporting points go out of bounds, you must blow the whistle. You saw it. Left foot out of bounds. Earlier, you saw it in a situation where he was out of bounds, but the referee didn't see it. We all did on our cameras. Ankle pick, shrugged off by Flannery. Flannery with the knee pads on. 10 seconds left, first period, no score. Trying to trip from behind. And we'll get 2 at the buzzer, but I think that's all.
Not?
Yeah.
Right at the buzzer. They're talking, let's see.
But I don't think you get near fall points because it occurred at the buzzer.
2 points on the board for John Flannery.
For red. Excuse me.
A lot of action, Larry, in many of these bouts right at the last second. Very tough. This was the one that was right at the end here.
That's a little muscle-to-muscle, Sheldon. You remember when I said to you in the stand-up earlier, I said whoever falls on top of whom will win. And that was a pretty close example of what I was talking about when you get into these high school heavyweights. They hit the deck and boom, looked like Sandy Snyder there for a minute. Working real hard off his back at Blair Academy. Pottsville, former coal area.
Schnitauer keeps trying to sweep that leg. He seems to be a little short to do it, but he gets an A for effort.
Well, you're right. 3-0 lead now
Just
for
didn't have
John
enough leg
Flannery.
to pull that off.
Pottsville grappler. 2 of my friends from Mercersburg living up in Pottsville. I'll have to check out Mr. Flannery, Joe Perdue, and Mark Marcelino.
They came right over near the scorer's table, and those fellows sitting there were just holding up their hands for their flights as about 450 pounds came tumbling at him.
Flannery's up and around, and Flannery has not got any takedown yet because you got to bring the wrestler to the mat. But a nice wrist roll attempt by the Wilson wrestler, Schnitauer. And the Points should have been awarded now as they cross, go out of bounds. 5-zip on the board.
Down, get set.
Here you see the Wilson wrestler. Wilson just outside of Reading.
Set, get on.
Wilson, West Lawn, Sinking Spring with 1S. Home, of course, one of the greatest devotees to wrestling, the late Bud Lindholm, who's sorely missed in his efforts to continue the sport of wrestling and crusade all over the United States.
You're up 1.
We talked earlier, Shell, to the officials. There has been a decline in the number of officials seeking jobs, applicants to be a PIAA official. I talked to, it's prevalent in District 11 and it's in other chapters throughout the Commonwealth. And of course, there's also lacking is the Crusaders of wrestling. Bud Lindholm was the biggest Crusader wrestling ever had, and since his passing, there's nobody that could fill his shoes or has had the time to do it.
Mark.
I'm glad to say that Chris Poff is up and about.
Period concludes, and it's still a 5-1 lead for John Flannery of Pottsville, looking for his 30th win of the season. Clearfield High is the team champion, and they've also walked off with 3 individual championships here to cap off a great season for Gary Barton and his staff.
Also remind all winners.
Chris Poff, of course, in 1979 was named to the Pennsylvania Wrestling Coaches Hall of Fame. And Chris, along with Bud Lindholm, were instrumental in really selling wrestling in Pennsylvania, going out to the areas of Pittsburgh that they didn't have. There's the escape score now, 5-1 on the board, 5-2 now. In under the leg, and a takedown appears to be coming up, but they're across the line, go out of bounds. And after the unfortunate death of Bud Lindholm, Chris Poff has been battling with cancer, but happy to say he's doing very well. Saw him a few months ago. There's an ankle pick, and
but he couldn't
up.
Cash it in. A little slow. Coming right back is Flannery.
Well,
Schnitauer looks so disappointed.
Twice
and
he's
he
caught
kind of
that.
sat there, and Flannery came back quickly and nearly turned it around.
Got a warning on green. You're blocking.
Warning against Flannery. Blocking, underhooking, not trying to make a takedown. We now have 1 minute remaining as they cross the out-of-bound line. We're in the third and final period of the heavyweight class. Steve Schnitauer out of Wilson, coached by Dallas Zever. Flannery of Pottsville by John Carestia.
Under a minute to go in the final period at heavyweight.
Again, Schnitauer in, and we're going to get a call against Flannery, backing away. Tucked down, and that's where they pick up the ankle in that situation. Shorter wrestler, Schnitauer, hooks underneath, picks up that ankle. Trips behind. Now he's got the single. And the takedown falls to, literally falls to Flannery. And you're allowed to continue wrestling as long as you got to bring the shoulders back in. He's out of bounds, left foot. Get a 2-point near fall. 9-3 the score.
You're down.
If you have a pinning situation, pinning combination, or the like, particularly a pinning situation, and your opponent's shoulders are out and you're kind of in, you can bring it back in. But if in attempting to bring it back in, if you go out of bounds, then the referee stops. So Flannery, with 10 seconds to go, has a 9-3 lead.
It's work, gentlemen.
And I'm sure
One.
picks up some near fall points. At least 2. It'll be 11-3. And a happy St. Patrick's Day to John Flannery, winning the Piaa Aaa championship.
And Pottsville picks up their first team title, their first individual championship at heavyweight, with Flannery the victor, and Steve Schnitauer is the heavyweight second place. Awards will be presented at the previous weight class. At 185 pounds, Rick Frabel of Allentown, Dera, is the 6th place winner. 5th place, General McLean, J.J. Brown. 4th place to Dan Keeler of North Allegheny. 3rd place to Matt Armour. 2nd place to Bob McKinley from Gateway High School. And the champion is Mike Owens. We'll tell you how the champions 1 through 6 placed in the heavyweight title. Sixth place was to Tim Kennedy of West Mifflin. 5th place, Tim Keir of O.J. Roberts. 4th place, Chris McCracken of Jersey Shore. 3rd, Kurt Angle of Mount Lebanon. 2nd, Steve Schnitauer of Wilson. And 1st, Pottsville's John Flannery. Let's briefly review for you once again the AAA championships. At 98 pounds, Williams of Clearfield by a forfeit over Foley of Bethlehem Catholic. At 105, Don Rothka, his 2nd title in a row over Danny McIntyre. At 112, John Likens of Bethlehem Catholic, 13-4 over Tom Best. 119, Bob Truby over Tom Miller. 126, Scott Collins over Bill Domaski. 132, in a great battle, in that bout, Whitman led 10-1 at one point and hung on to win 14-13 over Tim Ellison. 138, Scott Hoban of William Allen High School over Matt Caro of General McLean. At 145, Jeff Roth of William Allen over Rod Fisher. 155, Mark Banks defeated Bill Lewis. At 167, a major upset, at least for many people around here, Mike McHenry, a tremendous effort to defeat John Ennals. 185, Owens, the only fall in the entire tournament, over Bob McKinley. And at heavyweight,